Boys and girls, I am an old woman. And when I look at you with these big old masks on, some of you I've known for a long time, some of you I have not. And I am having a very hard time learning your names when I can't see your face very well. Therefore, for a little while, until I can see your face all the way, it's going to help me out a lot if you could make a personal name tag for your desk. And of course, because this is art, we need it to look cool. Now, each of you are going to start collecting a bag when you come into the room, and in it are supplies that only you have ever touched. That's what we like, no cross-contamination. In it, there's a die, or as people say, dice, a pencil, 2 keyboard permanent markers, which are permanent, we'll talk about that, a glue stick, and a set of watercolor. So for today's project, you're first going to be taking out your keyboard permanent marker. And with it, you are going to write your name very large on this piece of white paper. For some of you, you're going to be like, I can't practice it first. Sure, that's why you have your pencil. Once you have your name written out, you are going to strategically, slowly, not scribble scrabble, find a few lines in your name that you can stretch out all the way to the edge of the paper, making your name into a few different sections. Notice that I'm not just drawing random lines here and there. I'm definitely trying to make sections on the paper out with using my lines. And notice that sometimes I make them straight, sometimes I make them curved. It's totally up to you. Then, if you like, you can thicken your lines. This is a trick I learned a long time ago, and it's always helped me with making signs. If you thicken the part of the letter that's going up and down, you're not going to thicken the part that's going side to side. Just the parts that are going up and down. So on the N, that's up and down, so I thicken it. This part of the N, the up and down part of this E, the up and down part of this H. If you want some help with it, I can show it to you. But this is so fun. Later on, when you start making signs for a whole bunch of things, it just makes your letters look a lot fancier. Next, I'm going to be teaching you what you're going to be doing with this texture sheet. You're going to have crayons and a dice. You're going to roll it. So that was my first roll. I rolled a 3, and under the number 3 was this kind of texture. It's just kind of fun. It makes things more interesting. This is my second roll. I go down to the 4th, and I see it's all those little dotted lines. So I go ahead and do that. Now, if you happen to roll a texture that you hate, you don't have to do it. You can find a different one. It's just kind of fun to keep your brain moving with the dice. Makes it kind of fun. So each time you roll, you'll go to a different column. You'll find the number that you rolled, check out it, and then figure out which section do you think it would look cool in. The other thing is you have to decide what color crayon are you going to use. And the other thing you are going to have to do is to push down really hard. Apparently, I love to terrorize you by making you hurt your hand by pressing really hard with things. Sorry, it's just who I am. So you are going to be in each section putting a different design. Lastly, the watercolors. You are going to be taking your brush, you will put it in the water, and notice how it's almost like I'm just gently brushing it on the edge of the cup. Then, almost like a cat licking into a bowl of milk, you are going to put your brush into the paint, into the watercolor, and get pigment on your brush. If you find that it's not dark enough, you just take your little tongue of your little brush and you get some more milk. Yum. Notice I am not grinding that brush in there. I'm not pushing it in there. I'm not doing an aggressive digging down to the bottom of the tray. No. Also notice if you get a dry spot like that, that just means you need to dip it back in the water and get some more pigment. Don't ever bother trying to paint with dried out brush. It's annoying. Just dip it back in the water, lick up some more milk of pigment, and you're going to be ready to go. I can't wait to see you do it. Have fun!